Bad Boys, Texas, or Houston, or wherever. Um, episode 2, y'all. Okay, so leaving off from where we left off last week, child, we got Lil Lou and Relly getting into it. And then on the other side, we just had Anthony and Jonathan get into it. And everybody's just sitting around looking crazy. But I'm wondering, if I was there, when we gonna eat? What's going on? Like, where is the food? They all out here. These clowns that all got into a fight. It ain't got nothing to do with moi. Where is the, like, I'm just like, and they all just standing out there. Ain't nobody offered nobody no drink of water, nothing. Then I gave their little introductions. Yo, I'm such and such from the. I'm hungry. That's what I would have been thinking the whole time. Yeah, I definitely. They'll try to fight me for sure. Because I half the stuff I wouldn't even care about. It's just like, oh, where the food at? Where my room at? Um, Let me see. What else I care about? Food, room. Do I got my own bathroom? Because, people is nasty. Um, and yeah, I don't care about nothing else. Whatever else, I'm down. But yeah, I just need those essentials. I definitely would have chose a room downstairs if they had one. But anyway, okay. So, child, yeah, Lil Lou running up on Darrell, because Darrell, he was making comments about Jonathan getting jumped by Jonathan. Then here come Big Chef D and his teeth, and then here come Lil Lou. He was making comments about it, and then Lou, that's your friend. Help your friend. If that's your friend, help your friend. Da, 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 da. As soon as he said pussy assholes, I knew that he was from Miami. Because that's a classic line. Pussy assholes. I say it every day. And so, yeah, I was just like, okay. But one thing about Lou and Darrell fighting is, Lou, how are you going to throw the first punch, but then you throw it low? And Raleigh is so much taller than Lou. And then you started low and start hitting him low. How do you think that's going to work out for you? When one of Darrell's arms is as long as his whole body. Like, I don't, how did you think? Darrell said, what Darrell say, y'all? Darrell said he grabbed his hair and uppercut him and said, ho, ho. Now, that was funny. I screamed on that part. I was like, it was just stupid. But then they made up instantly and moved on. And I guess that's the bad boys' way. I don't know. You can tell the real stars of this show. It's just so like, what is going on? Because I doubt if we see Razby and Orlando fight for real. Orlando is facing like real cases and things. So that may be one reason why he don't fight. But even Razby kind of have a reputation of being the most like sporadic and just out of his mind member of B2K. Yet he's super sane so far on this show. So, it's just like, you can really tell the people that had something real, that came from something real, that, versus the people that did not necessarily, whose claim to fame is this show. You can definitely tell the difference with the antics. But anyway, okay, so we all like that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we get to the next day, finally. I don't know if they fed those boys or not. It's so sad. So, we see on one bus, we see Jonathan, Lou, Mo City, Razby, and Chef D on one bus. And then on the other bus, we have Prince, Arai, Darrell, Carrion, and Orlando. There's no Anthony. Anthony's not there. The whole episode was about Anthony. Where's Anthony? So they're talking and stuff. Arai Banga who's low-key my favorite right now. For right now, Banga is my favorite. He was just like, I don't really do that Anthony, that chef girl, because I didn't like how Jonathan Anthony was already getting beat up and how he came along to like finish him off, which was what essentially happened. Um, it's interesting because a little later on, when they was getting back to the house, when they got back to the house, Darrell, Arai, and or Ara, whatever it is. I'm just gonna say Banga. Darrell, Banga, and Chef D, they were talking, and Banga let it be known very clearly, very directly to Chef D and everybody in the house that he didn't like what happened. Jonathan was more than enough. Well, Jonathan is enough for 5 people. So you know Jonathan was more than enough for Anthony. Yet you decided to walk over there with your legs and teeth to chew on and kick Anthony and stuff. It's just like, and mind you, Chef D, he has beautiful teeth, but you know he has those teeth that, you know, the people that get when they get their teeth done, they get the big dentine ice teeth. He has, you know, one of those moments. Now listen, I have nice teeth, but I need to go to the dentist. A, B, if something goes to awry with my teeth, whatever it may be, I guess I'll sign me up for the dentine ice teeth. I guess that's what everybody else got. So I won't mind going to get the horse teeth if I absolutely have to. I just hope that I can close my mouth once it's all done, because you know, my God. So anyway, he let Chef D know. He was like, I didn't like that exchange. I didn't like what happened, and that's that. And I was like, well, and Chef D didn't, you know, really have much to say from that. He was like, well, he Chef D, he claimed, what he say? Somebody, he claimed that he didn't see him. He didn't see Anthony. He didn't see Jonathan hit Anthony. How you didn't see that? You at least saw the scuffling going on. You know Anthony did not hit Jonathan. That's not his personality, really. So, unless it's somebody he know he can beat. So, you knew what was going on. You saw that scuffling. You decided to run up. So, the security guards is just crowding around, separating air. Chef D. Girl. So, anyway, we get to the whole room situation. Thank God everybody has their own room. At least. Chef D had to fight a little bit for his room, but he finally found his room. For me, my main thing is I just don't want to share a bathroom. A bathroom is a very intimate place for me. It's a special place. It's a place where I can be whatever I want to be. And I just want to be by my damn self in the bathroom if I can help it. Now, people I know, of course, or family or whatever, I don't care. But people I don't know, because you don't know how nasty people are. You don't know. Everybody drinking, coming home drunk one night. You know, because you drunk, you're not going to clean up after yourself. I wake up early in the morning, ready to start my day, got my tea, singing Mariah Carey. Then I walk into the bathroom, and it's just stuff everywhere. It's a wreck. From throw up to diarrhea to anything else that you could think of. Just piss up the walls, cigarette butts, condoms laid out. I'm not going to be bothered. I'm not. Because that's one thing that'll make me fight. This nasty-ass bathroom. That's what's going to make me fight. What Mariah told Dr. Heavenly, pressure wash this mother. You're going to set us all up for cross-contamination. This nasty-ass house. Baby. I want Mariah to come back to Married to Medicine. Anyway. Let me see. Okay, so we have some of the boys outside playing basketball. I think it was Rasby, JB, Orlando, and Prince. I think Prince has a super duper nice room. Prince talks to Orlando. He was just like, oh, you seem super cool. Like, you don't seem like the kind of out of control person that the media portrays you to be. And, you know, and he's probably not. But he also, like I said, he allegedly got this, well, we saw that he got this case situation going on. So he kind of got to be on his best behavior. But I don't really think that's Orlando's personality anyway. I think if he's a danger to anybody, it's to himself more so than anybody else. I don't really get that he is violent or anything like that. He's just a little off. But the industry will make you like that, I'm sure. And also, you know, some substances allegedly. So, God bless his heart. But I think being a bad boy does not necessarily equate to being a bad person. And so, yeah, I think they're all probably good people. Okay. So let me see. Jonathan said, if Jonathan, he said this before they got to the house and before they found out Anthony wasn't there. Jonathan was like, if Anthony is in the house, it's going down. So you mean to tell me, Jonathan, you already beat this boy up. And so even though you won the fight, you still want to fight him again. See, I was rocking with Jonathan last season. I love that he stands up for himself. I love how strong he is and just like I said, just standing up for himself and just handling his stuff and all that kind of stuff. And he definitely did what he had to do when it came to Rio last season, Milan's friend, because Rio was a fool and was gonna try to bully him and beat him up, and he got. Oh well. But two things I'm not rocking with is one, Jonathan, how you gonna stop Anthony's bag? That's Jonathan's whole issue with Anthony this season, is that Anthony, to him, got cool with Rio and Rio had a booking or something in his club, blah blah blah, whatever the situation. And maybe it was some stuff behind the scenes that we don't know about as to why it's not clicking. But to me, it just doesn't look right for you to sit up there and beat up on Anthony like that. I'm not even an Anthony fan, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And he's just coming off just like somewhat of a bully this season. And I don't know if that's his intention or if he even gives a damn or what. But I'm not really liking Jonathan's vibe this season. It's one thing to be the baddest, but it's another thing to be the bully. And I'm just not. And people like walk on eggshells around him. And there's only maybe one or two guys in the house who I feel like are truly not afraid of him. I guess in a way, it's a powerful position to be in, to know that people ain't gonna mess with you because they know you can thump. But it also could get lonely as well, because it's just like, well, because you kind of have that personality, nobody really want to talk to you or deal with you like that. Even watching him interact with Lou, who I really don't like. I actually like Lou less than I like Jonathan, I think. But yeah, like Lou came in there to talk to Jonathan. He wanted to have like a sentimental moment with him, I guess. He wanted to thank him for giving him his shot. Lou is apparently a stylist. And Jonathan was giving him some advice, talking about, don't be out here fighting. I'm like, Jonathan, this okay. But anyway, even with that interaction, Darrell came in. He was trying to talk to Jonathan about Anthony and them possibly squashing the beef, whatever. And even with just having a normal conversation with him, he has to like touch you. He's throwing stuff at you. He's super like I don't know. He's just, I don't know. I don't like using aggressive to describe our people, black people, or nothing like that, because that's a word that's used in the wrong context when it comes from other folks. It's not in our culture, and what they be trying to do. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And he's just an aggressive personality, Jonathan. Like, even if you friends with him and cool with him, he snaps you up. Everything is like, it's like he's already ready to just fight all the time, or he gets you to the point where you get mad, so then he can hit you, which is what he wanted to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too deep into this. But yeah, I don't know. Jonathan is just not my cup of tea this season. But it could change, like I said. It could change. We'll see. The season, this is just episode 2. Hell, I said I like Banger. I might not even like him by episode 3. So hell, we'll see. And when I say like and all this stuff, I don't know these people personally. I'm just speaking about their characters on an edited show, on a reality show, for however many weeks. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about them personally. They all may be lovely Christian gentleman in real life. But on the show, nothing of the sort. Nothing. Okay, so let me see. So a little later on, Anthony had a conversation with Darrell. And Anthony decided to come by the house. Darrell and Carry On, they sit down and talk to Anthony. Y'all know they were all there last season. I keep forgetting that Carry On is there. As much as I like Carry On, they could have left him off this season. They really could have. And I like Carry On. I think he's super interesting and cool. And I like people who are individual and march to the beat of their own drum and do what the hell they want to do. And, yeah. I like that about Carry On. But they could have left his ass. I think he'd be asleep or something when they're filming. I don't know. They could have got somebody else on now. But anyway, he's there. Anthony's talking, and you can tell that Anthony is a little shook. He did not expect that from Jonathan. And so, it was just like, ugh. It was kind of hard to watch him in that state because I can tell his feelings was just, hurt. Because I guess he thought that Jonathan was his friend or whatever. Now listen, until I see receipts, I'm going to rock with Anthony on this one as it pertains to him and Jonathan and that whole situation until I see receipts. When I see receipts that Anthony did all this stuff to Jonathan or said all this stuff about Jonathan, then, and Jonathan show receipts at this point. Because you out here, you looking crazy at this point. You looking like you beat up on that boy for no reason. Because you can't get mad at him for trying to stop. Who cares if that's your enemy? He got to make money. If Anthony did not like somebody and you were doing their hair, he's a hairstylist, amazing hairstylist, Jonathan. If Anthony did not like somebody, one of your normal clients, would you stop booking her just because your friend don't like her? No. Grow up, big hips. Okay, so let me see what else is going on. Let me taking my notes, y'all. Let me see. Orlando is definitely the comic relief. Orlando and Darrell is the comic relief of the show. They are funny. Let me see. There was a scene before we get to the final scene. There was a scene with where all the guys was outside talking or whatever, and they started like rapping, and Banga got up and started dancing. That's when I found out Banga got shot and stuff. I didn't know he got shot. But they were all just up dancing and singing and having a moment. And it was fun. It was nice. It's nice to see those little moments mixed in there. Okay. Like I said, Anthony pulled up to the house. Everybody pull up. Y'all see Anthony's booty. That thing be getting pounded to smithereens on OnlyFans. I be like, ooh. Y'all act like it don't hurt. Anyway. So he pulled up and Anthony, he starts to talk to Jonathan. He was just like, Jonathan, I understand where you coming from. I understand, why you feel disrespected, but you felt played. I didn't feel played. And Jonathan, no, I didn't feel played. It ain't nothing like that over her. I ain't feel played, nothing like that. And Anthony was kind of talking to him calmly and stuff. But you can tell, like I said, it's the walking on tippy toes when it comes to Jonathan with most of them. And so it's just like he left Jonathan for a while. Jonathan never apologized, by the way. In which I don't know. I know what this show is and whatever, but I don't think I could have I don't think I could have anything for somebody who snuck me and punched me in my face out of nowhere, knocked me down to the ground, and then at the end of it had no apologies for it. Especially for something that I did not know that I did something to offend you, and B, is something that if the tides was turned, you wouldn't do for me. If the tides was turned, like I just said, Jonathan, I doubt if you would do the same for Anthony. If you would not work with somebody just because Anthony don't like them or whatever. Like, I don't know if I would have anything for a person like that. And then for him not to even apologize and for Anthony to be empathetic towards Jonathan, I couldn't deal. I wouldn't utter his name for the rest of my life. You hear me? The disrespect, the disregard, the embarrassment, the humiliation of it all. I just, not I said the duck. So anyway, he got on Chef D. Him and Chef D started to get into an argument. And, you know, he was like, oh, you were never my friend. I never cared about you, blah, blah, blah. Chef D ended up swinging on Jonathan in his broke arm or hand, punctured finger, or whatever it may be. And then it kind of just cut off. And then we see scenes of the next episode or whenever. We see Big D. He's sitting down talking to, I forgot. And he's explaining the situation between Jonathan. Darrell said something early in the episode. He was just like, oh yeah, we all used to stay together, meaning Rayleigh, Anthony, Chef D. And Chef D is apparently Saucy Santana's ex. I didn't know that. But whatever. And so it was just a whole thing with that. I know it's always usually something deeper that's going on, which is why we need to see those receipts, Jonathan, as to what Anthony actually did. But yeah, it's always something deeper with the girls. And you know, finding out that Chef D and Anthony have a bunch of history together where they were friends allegedly and blah blah blah. It's all gonna, that situation is all gonna make sense. But Chef D, you was still dead ass wrong for jumping on that boy when he was already getting handled, even though you say you didn't see him. Okay. Was that all, y'all? Y'all, I think that was everything. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google+. Follow me at Iskinsworld on Instagram and Twitter, at Iskinsworld89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.